Hello, my name is Dennis Jacobsen, and this is the Business Leadership Academy. This video is about Welcome to Leadership, the program and the process. Back in my days with Maersk, I was invited for a marketing course at IMD in Switzerland. 5 days at a very renowned business schools, and I today cannot remember what we were taught, and I don't think we ever used it. You see, in my line of business, this is the worst scenario you can do because there is absolutely all money is spent, but there's no return to it. So the way that I have constructed Welcome to Leadership is an attempt to really get you to respect the investment, to you to do things, and at the end of the day, the company to think that there was a great idea to invest in you. Let me try and explain. We have 2 months of pre-work. You will get a personality analysis, you'll prepare, you'll reflect, you'll show up hopefully well and in a good place for the 3 days, which will be both busy, they'll be intense, will be a lot of things to talk about because I'll explain in a minute. It's about you, it's about the context of leadership and not least about tools. There's 6 months of follow-up where your manager is invited in for 4 talks where we will basically set a direction for you. So we design the learnings as yours and not a standard program. We want your manager involved because it's a matter of that there is a direction that the company is going in, there's a strategy to be pursued, and you need to go along with that. My job is to guide you, it's to help you, provide you with information, potentially come with inspiration, pat you on the shoulders when you do well, and sometimes step you on the toes to say, let's get on with it. We are not up to speed here. All of this is packed into the process where we think at the end of the day, you will show up as a remarkable leader who, by the way, has taken monster strides forward just because you chose to attend Welcome to Leadership. The 3 days looks like this. Day number 1 is about how you think, meaning we all come from different places, but it plays out in different ways as to how we use our thoughts and our convictions. That translates into a return on character, meaning the way that I portray, the way I decide to show up. Is there either money in it or is there not money in it? Meaning, do I draw on the credit I have with everybody, or am I actually adding to people's perception of me as a potentially remarkable person? We speak about your personality from the perspective of how do you execute? Where does it say in your profile how you execute, how you get stuff done? Are you doing it let's say on your turf, or you do it in a sort of community way whereby you get your team to come along? How are you as a manager, as a leader? Is there room and place in there for other people? Is there actually a willingness to be something for others? And not least, we want to speak about how you are as a friend and as a family member. That leads us to talk about maturity. Maturity for me is relatively important because it's easy to talk about performance. It's called KPIs, skills and perspectives. We understand what that is when it comes to managerial roles. And not least, hopefully you have a leadership codex that speaks about how you are in your organization. But we've seen over and over again that despite all this and best intentions, people still fall short, and that's typically and often because they're not mature enough for the role they're being given. So why is it, and what does it look like? We end the day with 4 questions, which is, why did you choose to become a manager? Why is it so important for you? What is your vision? Why are we supposed to come along and work with you and be on your team? What is your values? What do they stand for? What don't they stand for? And then not least, what is your contribution? I.e., what are you bringing to the house that makes people feel as if you think of them? Day number 2 is about what's the purpose of our organization. Most would say profit. I get that, but there's more to it because success isn't built on the basis of randomness. It's built on a design. And then my question to you is, what is your design that enables you, the team, and the organization to thrive? We take that into a debate about middle management. We make use of leadership pipeline to say, listen, there are something called individual contributors, leaders of others, and leaders of leaders. What are you supposed to do differently when you become a leader of others? What are you either supposed to leave behind, take on board? What are you supposed to continue doing? But not least, how do you get on with it? What is there for you to understand that makes you able to thrive in the role as a manager? We want to speak about followership, i.e. people who works for you, with you. How can you make them great? How many is there who does extraordinary value to the house? And what do we do with other people who may seem to be lacking a bit? We speak about talents. We speak about how many are talented, and what's the formula for creating successful people. We end the day on an assignment about your 3-year plan, basically speaking about what do you intend to do at work for the next 3 years, and then also what you want to do in your private life. A wonderful reflection that takes us overnight into day number 3, which deals with tools. So we speak about the one-to-one process, we speak about the KPIs, learning plans, we speak about learning university, career plans, performance dialogues, and then we end on a positive note with an exercise that hopefully will tell you how easy it is to actually make other people's life wonderful just because they work for you. All of this is packed into the 3 days that, combined with the process, can be your, let's call it, lever to become a remarkable leader. I hope you'll join. Welcome to leadership.